Hey everyone, welcome to Kernels, where we discuss short films. Today's short film was actually a recommendation. I was recommended by the YouTube channel Deformed Lunchbox, and the title is 5 Minute Dating from 2016, directed by Deformed Lunchbox.
I, I guess we can kind of get right to it. This was not what I expected. When it ended, I was like, "What?"
Well, yeah, so I didn't expect the ending, but I expected the short to be how it played out. Like I expected it to be strange, but I didn't expect the ending to be that way. But
Yeah,
I enjoyed that twist.
it's very shocking, and it's like it's almost like like it's funny because this is the second Deformed Lunchbox, and all
Hmm.
right, we kind of already know what their gist is and
We
stuff,
know the
and so it's
style,
like
yeah,
so I guess you kind of go into it knowing that, and you're like, all right, but then that
but
ending,
it
man,
still
it's
shocks
still
you,
shocking.
yeah, because you're like everything plays out so like sweet, like oh man, like you feel bad for the main character, like he's just trying to find the love of his life. He's going speed dating. He finds somebody that's like, oh, they both have deformities. They're finding that connection that way. You're like, oh, this is a great sweet ending, and then twist, and you're like, wait,
Yep.
what did I just
Chalk one
watch?
up to to the wall again. Man,
But they keep you on your toes.
I think it was a better ending than the sandwich. Honestly, because sandwich, it's like you kind of almost expected it, where it's like, all right, you kind of get like a Norman Bates feel. I don't know,
Hmm.
like you kind of like in your head, you're like, this lady's gonna kill this dude, and then you're like, all right, she's already killed him.
Yeah, I agree. This was a better ending. I did enjoy the ending for Make Me a Sandwich, though, because you didn't, like, you expected or you anticipated, like, oh yeah, the husband's dead, but you wouldn't expect to see that many sandwiches just stacked up. Like, why
That's
would you
true.
continue to bring sandwiches to a dead person?
Yeah, I don't know. They're both really good, and it's like it would be fun to kind of go down more into like this Deformed Lunchbox
Oh,
kind
for
of
sure.
shorts and stuff, and see what else they do. But the I think like the shock factor, and it's not even
Yeah.
like a
The
shock
name tag
factor.
is what got me, though.
Yeah,
Because you like, because they cut to that close up and he's just munching food, and you're like, oh, okay, they're nastily eating, but they're eating together. And then it's like, oh, let me put this name tag up. And you're like, no.
I I thought they were gonna like last. He was like shoving food in his mouth, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be like her just like, crap,
Like,
like
ew.
you're horrible.
Hmm. That's where I was like, oh, yeah, for sure. She's like disgusted by the way this man eats. And then you see like name tag and you're like, oh, never mind.
All right. What did you get from? I'm assuming the little when him looking at his like pocket watch. Did you believe that's something that like is he timing like oh he has to eat in a certain amount of time?
I figured had something to do with the 5 minutes or like whatever duration of time each date was. I thought he was like checking, like, oh, we only have
I
like
don't know. I
30
was
more
like,
seconds.
to be honest, it's like that pocket watch could be a meaning of nothing. That's what's funny about these things, where it's like you can
Yeah.
have it where it's like, oh, like you think like the viewer's mind can think like, oh, like that must have been some big thing. Like my mind,
Yeah.
it went off to like, oh, he must be like timing himself,
It's
like
dinner
whether or not
time
the date,
soon.
or yeah, I have to eat before this certain amount of time, or like I like die or whatever. But maybe the director's like, no, that's
It was just a pot. He was checking his time, checking
be
the
like he was
time.
also wearing a monocle, and that meant nothing.
I know we say it a lot. I love saying it. I would love to see a prequel. Like, how did this happen? How did he like? Was the character born that way? Was this something that happened? I would, yeah. Like we said, we will probably dive into more of their shorts. They may have a prequel. We'll see. If not, I would love for them to make a prequel.
Because it almost begs the question, all right, like, is his deformities because one of his meals decided to fight back and
Yeah,
like are those like battle scars and stuff, and you're like
yeah.
more questioning like all right, like is he like is this something that he was born with like you said, or is it he came to be like that because of is yeah, it's very interesting. Now, who would you recommend this? It's a very short watch. It says
Hmm.
5 minute dating, but it's like
It's like
literally like
four
four and a
minutes.
half minutes or something. I don't
Yeah,
know. But like, who
Uh,
would you recommend this to?
I don't. I think somebody looking for like a quick laugh. Like I know a lot of us go on social media and like YouTube. Well, this is YouTube, but like a lot of people go on social media for like a laugh, like they'll scroll through, find something funny, and send it. This is one where it's like, okay, you can put down or turn off TikTok or turn off Instagram, click on YouTube, watch this real quick, get a great laugh, get a great twist. Yeah.
I think so too. It's like there's worse ways to spend 5 minutes, and it's
Yeah.
like we like I took a 10-minute break today, and it's like, oh, I just swiped through like YouTube Shorts. Like that's 10 minutes. I can totally watch this on my phone, on my
Hmm.
TV, and everything. So yeah, I think anybody that wants to watch something while they're on their break at work and stuff, like, be like, look what I saw, and tell your coworkers.
You're not gonna believe what I watched at lunch.
And I think definitely we both kind of say like it would be nice. Like we have seen another short film from Deformed Lunchbox, but like these are stories that I would want to hear more from. And
I
like
think
you
we said
said,
the same
prequels.
thing for make me a sandwich. I
Hmm.
think we said like, oh, a prequel would be really cool.
I think they definitely have found their niche. Like they
Oh, for sure.
understand what they want to make short
Yeah.
films for.
And always have a great twist.
Yeah, right. Well, let us know if you've seen 5 Minute Dating. We will link the YouTube short video in our description below so you can watch it for yourself. But if you've seen it, let us know in the comments below if you liked it, disliked it, or what you thought about it. And please like and subscribe to Saturday Night Popcorn for more kernels like these.